Hello, it's Friday afternoon. I did get out and run my errands. Went shopping and I used my Michael's $5 reward. And I also stopped at Joann's. And then I got home and had some lunch and put groceries away. So, and almost got hit. On my way back, I'm at this intersection. It's called Five Corners because there's like two main drags that cross, and then there's another one that comes in at an angle. So when you're sitting there waiting for your light, you've usually got to wait through two changes of the light for traffic to come from the other directions. So I'm sitting there, no problem. There's some cool songs playing on the radio. My light turns green. I wait for the obligatory two people running the yellow to go. I start to go, and I see the guy next to me like brake. He was, as soon as those first two cars were, he starts going. A car ran the red light right in front of us, and I think the guy next to me making a left came very very close to hitting this guy. And because I saw that guy slam on his brakes, I hit mine, and it wasn't as close for me. So, is that few minutes you're saving by running the red light worth the possibility of being in an accident and totaling your car and somebody else's? People. Okay. What should I show first? My craft store purchases or what I finished last night? Well, I think what I finished last night is more exciting, so I'm going to do that first. As you knew, my last scrap bag is down to yellow and orange. I have, 5.2 ounces? Yesterday it was 6.4. Now it's 5.2. So there's not all that much left. There's another big orange in here and two. Okay, there's that. And two little scraps. Something like this, it'll go for beaks. So, trying to figure out what to make with it. The decision was made for me when I saw that a YouTuber that I really like to watch, Morgan at Ali's Crochet, and in case I'm butchering the pronunciation, I got it up there. She released a free pattern tutorial. It was absolutely adorable. Oops, not this one. This one goes last. It was a cute little duck. And it is very low sew. You need to sew on the beak and you need to sew on the wings. But wait, there's more. She also had a pattern for you to make, let's see, small part towards the back, for you to make a little hat to go on your duck. And if you're, sorry, I'm out of focus, out of camera view here. There we go. I tied it a little bow. So there's her orange hat. But wait, there's more. Her online tutorial has instructions for making, it's gotta go this way, 5 different hats. And I think you could easily come up with more. Because there's the strawberry hat. I think if you did the same thing, but changed to green for the last row here, last round, and eliminated the stem, and put little black spots all around, it'd be a watermelon hat. But wait, there's more. Because everyone's eyes And everyone's minds are on the Super Bowl. I had to make, for my little ducky, a football hat. Even though the Bills are not in it anymore, I still had to make the football hat. So I really, really, really need to get this ducky photographed with all her little hats and make up an Etsy listing, giving people the option of getting just one hat or two hats or all three. So that's all I made last night. I did work on my scrappy snuggly blanket. I probably got 3 or 4 rows done, so I might be up to about 35 inches out of 60 for the neck down portion. Yep, making progress. So I had a $5 Michael's Rewards certificate. That it's like use it or lose it by tomorrow. Yeah, because today's the 31st. So I went out to run my errands out in the South Towns. And I went to Michael's. I wanted to get out of there as fast as I could. The restrooms are right by the yarn department. And they must have had an issue in one of the restrooms. Oh, it smelled so bad in the yarn department, right by the restrooms. I was just like, okay, grab something and go. I had looked at Fiberfill, which was around the corner before the smell kicked in, and I was not impressed with the prices. Like $5.99 for a 12-ounce bag of stuffing. They had 5-pound boxes. I think they were $29.99, and I think that was it. But no coupons, no sale, no buy. I looked at the crochet books, all the books, because they were 20% off. I either had them or I wasn't interested. I was like, I didn't really want to buy yarn because I've been doing so well. I have not purchased yarn since mid-December. You think I could make it through a whole month? The whole month of January? Nope. So these two were on clearance for $3 each. Loops and threads, soft and shiny. I really didn't want to get this because it's like Karen Simply Soft. And I don't like Karen Simply Soft because it's so splitty. But I had $5 to spend, 2 of these, $6. So I ended up paying $1.05, I think. $1 and some change for these 2 skeins of yarn. Yep, $1.05. So for 55 cents each, no, 55 would be $1.10. 52.5 cents each. I have 2 skeins of yarn. This one is color name. It's acrylic. Circus Multi. Yeah, it fits. And this one is bay leaf. So I thought the 2 of them might go sort of together to do like a Tanner the Mini Triceratops in the variegated and then use that for the frill. They'll go on the shelf and eventually I'll get to them. Well, I have my 3-pound bag of fiberfill that I got at Walmart a few weeks ago. It's still got quite a bit in it. One of these days I'll bring it over here and I'll show you. Back in July, Lori over at the Armchair Chef had a Christmas in July challenge. And if you made all 7 items in her challenge, you won a prize. And one of them was that you need to make the Hippy Dippy bag. Just interesting bag in Christmas colors. So I did. And that thing is about, the one that I made, I didn't follow directions. It's like, go big or go home. I had a lot of Christmas yarns to use up. So it's about 3 feet wide and maybe 40 inches tall. It'll hold a lot of stuff. And it is holding that 3-pound bag of stuffing and an opened bag of black fiberfill that I got for Christmas 2 or 3 years ago. And it's hanging from the hook on the back of the craft room door. So it's got to the point now where I can open the door almost all the way, because I have, like, when I first put it in there, you couldn't open the door all the way because there's this big pillow between the door and the book, hitting the bookshelf when you open the door. But now I can open the door more, so still have that to use up. Okay, so I figured Joann's had a 50% off one item coupon on their app. Let's go over to Joann's, which is the next plaza over, and see if they have fiberfill that I could use this 50% off coupon on. Went over. There's still boxes everywhere. The store's a mess. I mean, the floors need to be swept. There's no restrooms. They have caution tape up over the restroom area. I think they just figured, okay, if we're going bankrupt, we're not going to fix this stuff. So the store was not all that, it didn't smell as bad as Michael's, but it's just not looking all that good in there. Shannon at Another Yarn has been talking about getting the, is it K and C hand-dyed hanks? They're hanks of hand-dyed yarns. They had those, 50% off for $4.97 each. But probably half of them, the hanks had been unwound, and it was just a tangled mess. That's my Michael's receipt. So it was just, I'm not buying it. 25% off. I didn't think the yarn was a good bargain, and I had a 50% off coupon on the app that was just burning a hole in my pocket, and I was all set to walk out without buying anything. And then I remembered that I usually go over to the packing tape area, and if I have a 50 or 60% off coupon, I get the packing tape. They didn't have the big one that I like to get, but this was marked $5.99, and so it came down to $3 and some change with the 50% off coupon. I can get it for $3.50 at Dollar General, but this was a little bit less, and I go through packing tape a lot because Lori at the Armchair Chef says you need to use a lot of tape when you mail a package. Secure your package with a lot of tape. So that was my day. Now I'm going to go sit out in my chair, catch the next Hawaii 5-0 that starts at 2, look up a recipe for how to cook monkfish, because we haven't had monkfish in ages, and it was a very good price at the grocery store today. And I went, I'm going to get some monkfish. And ahead of me, there's this older than me, Italian gentleman. Oh, monkfish. Oh, it is the best. He goes, you cook it with a little bit of garlic butter and a little sprinkle of flour, and mwah, chef's kiss. It is wonderful. It's like, oh, okay. I remember a recipe for like simmering it with some spices and lemon juice, and then having melted butter to serve with it. But I think I will Google how to cook monkfish and see if I can find his recipe. The adventures. There's always adventures. And now my adventure is going to be taking what's left of scrap bag 11 out to my chair and playing with yarn. You know what I got to do today? Last night I went through and I updated my inventory list with pen. Just went through and inked in changes of stuff that I have made this month. I've made over 100 items this month. So at some point today or tomorrow morning, as I'm wrapping up January and opening up February, I need to get on the laptop and make those 100 changes to my list, to my spreadsheet. Yeah. I think I need to make a video, enlist my husband's help to make a video, where I would just lie down on the couch and have him cover me with all these stuffed animals from, various bags that I have. And then, he would just be filming the couch filled with stuffed animals. And then I would rise up out of the mess and say, help me, please buy some of these things. Craft shows are a little over a month away, so things are still pretty slow in my Etsy shop. So far in the month of January, I only sold one physical item. I think I sold 7 patterns, or I had 7 pattern sales. Somebody bought 2, so may have sold 8. Doesn't matter. Just the thing is, only one physical item, and it was a little coffee cup. That's not helping to clean out the closets. So I probably should, maybe with this, I'll make a few butter lambs and get some butter lambs, update that listing a little bit more, see if I can get that moving, get people thinking of Easter. Because once the butter lamb listing starts getting some attention, then things seem to pick up in the shop and keep going pretty steadily until Easter. So, okay. Maybe today an orange platypus, a butter lamb or 2. I want to make another one of these. These are adorable. Thank you, Morgan, for such a lovely pattern. So, I'm going to go play with yarn. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching.